Hey, what's up, y'all? Designer Desmond here. Wanted to make a quick pants tutorial one time. Hey, what's up? Yeah, so pants are always an issue, or pockets on pants are always an issue for me. So I finally got a theory and an understanding of how it actually works, and I wanted to share that with everybody else. Um, yeah, so let me turn this camera back off. Let's get to it. So all I've done is I've loaded up just the demo avatar, went to mail, double click that guy, went to garment, double click these pants. Problem with these pants is that they don't have pockets. They're assuming that you're gonna make them. I wish they would at least put the pants on pockets on there, so save us some time. But anywho, let's get started. All right, so all right, first of all, if you're like really new to Marvelous Designer and you're like, how do you even know how to make this shape right here? Pinterest. Yeah, just go on. Matter of fact, I just Google Marvelous Designer patterns, click the first thing that popped up, and yeah, you can get yourself all sorts of cool patterns. So if you need to make some gloves, apparently this is the way. All right, so let's get into it. So we need. This is not going to be like a how to use Marvelous from scratch type thing. Make this pretty quick. So we got our side seam that's usually on our pockets. On our all pants. We're going to go ahead and make our pocket connect to that. I'm going to use this internal polygon line tool. I usually just start by making a straight line and then curving it afterwards. So I think I'm going to move this over, go to my edit point. Oops, I need to make sure I only select this one. Edit point, move it over because we're going to have to give it some room for the pocket to grow into. Press C to get a curvature tool. And then I'm just going to curve this line right here. All right, that looks like it's pretty good. And then also this right here is a clone. This is a symmetrical of the left side. So whatever happens on the left side, it's gonna automatically generate on the right side. So that will save us some time. So what we want to do now is we want to right click on this, select it, right click on this. Oops, I gotta press Z to get my edit point tool. And see how that one right there is not touching? So it won't cut perfect unless you move that. But it'll ask us if we want to do that when we cut. So we're going to right click on this internal line and say cut. And see it says some points or not, or whatever. Yeah, so say yeah, it'll extend that to the end and then cut for you. I'm pressing A just to get my move tool. Again, everything is symmetrical. So if you move this pattern, that pattern won't move, but it will still be there. All right, so here's the tricky part about pockets. We need, so if we separate this piece here, it's not quite a pocket yet. There needs to be something underneath. So this is what we need to make. So we need to create an internal line to attach our pocket to be our actual pocket basically. So I'm pressing Z to get my edit tool. I'm gonna right click. We're gonna make an internal line from here. Offset is internal line. 50 seems about good. Just give us a little bit of room to work with for a pocket. Let's go 55, just a little bit more. I'm gonna press OK. So now this line here is going to be the line that we're going to sew our pocket to, but we need to make the actual pocket. So instead of going to our polygon, internal polygon line tool, I'm going to just use the polygon tool, and I'm just going to go ahead and create my 4 points because again, I don't like to create the curves right away from the beginning. It feels like it takes longer. So I just make my 4 points, and then I'll go to my curvature pen tool, pull this bad boy down into place, grab this top one, pull it too far so that I could see the line, and then pull it back into place there. Okay, so it doesn't have to be 100% perfect. Um, so this is gonna be good. So this is our pocket here. So this is where it gets a little bit tricky conceptually. Um, and I didn't see any like when I was looking for tutorials, I didn't find this on the internet, maybe in some paid tutorials or something. But so this line right here, this needs to sew to this internal line, and the top of this needs to sew to this corner piece right here. So at the end of this, uh, rounding bit is where the pocket actually starts from the inside. I actually drew a little diagram, and I will show you. So yeah, here we go. So this is our inside of the white pocket piece. This is going to be the top pocket. This green line is going, the bottom of this inside pocket is going to sew to the bottom of the pants internal line, and then this area that's here, this is basically going to be visually our pocket flap, like pouch area. All right, so I'm going to press N on the keyboard to get my sewing tool. Or actually, I'm going to press M to get my M and N sewing tool. And I'm going to sew pattern along the bottom of this pocket. And then I'm going to sew pattern along the bottom of the internal line here. And then I'm going to say OK. So look, so now you can see that this is going to sew onto that internal line. So I'm going to press spacebar just to simulate it. Oops, my trousers is falling completely off. That's embarrassing. All right, so let me just put a little waistband on this up here to keep this up. Now, matter of fact, I'm just going to press, I'm just going to tack these up for tutorial's sake. I'm pressing W and then clicking on the pants to create these little tack points, and then when I simulate, those tack points will basically stay in the air. Oops, I forgot to tack the front here. So W, click, and click. All right, this one's on the line. I don't want that on the line. So W, click, and then click. All right, here we go. Simulate again. There we go. Boom. So this is pretty much what we want, sorta, kinda. All right. All right. So our next move is that we need to get this to be underneath. Right now, it doesn't know that it needs to be on top. Hold on, let's change our material really quick to some denim, just so that we can be able to tell the difference what's going on here. I'll go ahead and do the back. All right, so this white piece is easier to tell that it's actually on top. We want it to be below. So if I hit simulate, you can see that this piece right here it's here, but it's on top. All right, so how are we gonna fix that? On our actual properties, there's a layer. I always confuse it with pressure. It's this layer right here. Let's go ahead and switch this to -1. We're gonna tell it to go underneath right here. So we're gonna simulate again, see how it snapped underneath there. All right, perfect. So now what we want to do is we want to attach this piece right here onto that inside part now. So let's go ahead and press M to get our free sewing tool. And then we're going to take the bottom corner of this, bring it up to the top, take the bottom of this, bring it up to the top. We're going to simulate again. Boom. Now we have a pocket. Well, actually, should have did the top portion of the pants. If we had a top portion of the pants, then we would. But yeah. But anyways, this is not about making the belt loop and all that. What we'll do for here is we'll just sew this onto here, onto this inside of the pocket. Yeah. All right. So we're gonna get our let's go segment sewing tool. I think they're the same size. We're going to click this right here, top, and then we're going to click this top right here. And then so that's going to sew it together, simulate. Boom. Now we have got ourselves pocket. So yeah, that's how you would make a pocket. Just imagine that you've already made the belt loop up top. But pretty much this is how I'm going to be making my pockets from here on out. Hopefully that was helpful. But really, I think the trick is that it's getting this extra piece of fabric in there. And if you want to shape it like a regular pocket, then by all means, it's all blessed. Go ahead and do that. In fact, you could unfold this to make it twice as big. Um, yeah, or whatever. Won't make this too crazy. Tutorial's already longer than I was expecting, but hopefully this helps somebody. All right, peace.